Most girls have trouble deciding how they want to do their hair for a date or a special occasion. I'm going to demonstrate today an easy, elegant way to do your hair that doesn't take a long time at all. You start by brushing out the hair where there's no bumps or tangles. And this is a back braid right down the middle of her back, so it's okay to have the part on the left, the right, or in the middle, whichever you'd like. So you brush it out. For beginners, I recommend you have 3 separate rubber bands for each section. So you start by holding the hair in one handful and then sticking 2 fingers up and parting it in 3 sections. You want the sections to be equal so the braid is thick and it's not skinny on one side and thick on the other side. It needs to be all the same length. So at the beginning, the middle one I'm going to do with a green rubber band. The rubber bands don't have to be tight. They can be fairly loose just so you can hold the whole section without losing small hairs and then getting confused and messed up. So the right section we can do with the blue rubber band. For people who know how to braid and are educated with it, I recommend using clear rubber bands so that at the end they can cut them off, but they can still use rubber bands as a ponytail for a guide. Since I'm teaching y'all as beginners, I'm using colored so you can see which section is going where. So you start, you can tighten them up so you get a longer ponytail to work with. They're longer. So you start by using the pink. I'm going to start with pink. I'm going to cross it over the green. And you pull tight each time so the braid's going to be higher up on the head so you get a longer braid and so it's not loose and doesn't fall down. So I start with pink and then I go over with the blue. I pull it tight and then I use the green. So this is going to be a rhythm. You do the pink, the blue, and then the green. So each time you pull it tight up against the head. So now I do the blue, the green, and you pull it tight. You will see the braid getting skinnier, but that's because the hair is getting shorter at the end, and that's okay. So you continue to do it each time and pull it tight. There are other ways to do braids just like this. This is just called a regular braid. You can do it down each side of the head. If you want to do it down the right side, you would part it on the right side. If you want to do it down the left side, you do it on the left side. And how I said before, if you want to do it straight down the back, you can do either the left, the right, or the middle. So you're almost to the end here, pulling the braid tight each time. If you're doing someone that has layers in their hair, you want to make sure that you get all the little ends like this coming off. You want to make sure you tuck it under, as far under as you can so they don't slip out and there's not going to be little hairs sticking out everywhere across the braid. So at the very end, you get another rubber band. It can be colored, it can be big, little, clear, however you want. This is the one that's going to stay in there. I usually pull the last rubber band down and thicken the braid by pulling it out a little at a time to make it thicker. It sometimes makes it look shorter, but it looks better and it makes it look more elegant. So at the very end, if you're not using clear, you're using colors, you would keep them in there and then take it down and restart just for practice. If you're using clear for your final project, you would cut them off on each one. So you cut this one, the middle one, and the last one. And all these bumps will eliminate and come down. And it will actually make your hair come down more. So you can then move the last rubber band down and follow it out like this, like I said before, and make it longer. And if you have really, really long hair, you can take it to the side for left or right. But if it's shorter like hers is, you can just keep it down the back. So it's very elegant and it's very fast to do.